Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Find Me Alpha LCS. I'm your host, Nice Sword of Destiny, or at least Sword of Destiny Johnson, as my stage name is now, without the Sword of Destiny. But anyway, we are right into Champ Select. Here we go. Alrighty, so it looks like, let me get into spectate here. Got a Jinx coming out for the side of Mustard over here. We've got some standard bans. Nobody wants to see, let's see, a lot of them looks like they're targeted at, my brain went blank, so screw it, whatever. Anyway, sorry, long day of work, and now I'm home and streaming for you all. We've got the Lilia ban. No, that's not Lilia, that is... Brains aren't working. Anyway, Jinx out over here from Mustard, and then Disable All Chat has started with the Sejuani getting the pig out there in the jungle with an Ezreal. Possibly. We'll see if it locks in. And it's going to be locked in, so let's see what the next two picks are going to be. We see Lilia, Amumu, and Singed banned away. We know that the Singed is a ban against Tobax, lol, because, you know, that's Toby. And then on the side of Mustard, I don't know why I can't remember the champion name, but brains work really fun, y'all. Anyway, I'll be in chat in just a second here. Hopefully this is live on. It's still showing. Fuck. Screw me. I said a bad word. I'm gonna get fined. It is up. Okay. Show me the entire chat. There we go. All right. Leona and Diana coming through for the side of Mustard. That's a very engage-heavy comp with the Diana and the Leona, with the backline Jinx just getting to run around. But counterpick is that Morgana. Well, people believe that Morgana is a counterpick to Leona, but it's very situational. Morgana has to kind of figure out who Leona is going to CC, and then Leona can just simply CC the other person. So it just depends. But Morgana does punish Leona for going in. She does. I mean, Leona goes in, doesn't get out. And next pick is, oh, sorry, we're getting bans here. So we've got another ban towards Toby here with the Urgot. And then I suppose they just don't want to see Kyle's Yone. Nobody wants to see Kyle's Yone. Kyle doesn't even want to see Kyle's Yone. Then final ban coming through for Disable All Chat. Is the Darius. Which... Darius is just not fun to deal with in top lane, but I didn't realize Toby played it. Yeah. Anyway. And the final ban coming through on the side of Mustard is going to be Shin. A very strong top lane pick. Shin is just obnoxious to deal with. And then he's got a global ult, and then he can teleport back to lane. I mean, just ask Chris McRae what I did to him on Shin when he was Annie. That sounds really bad out of context. But anyway, I shouldn't be able to tower dive an Annie without boots. And then we've got Cassiopeia coming through for Disable All Chat. That is a very great pick into Leona and Diana. Oh, we're going to dash at you. Cass says no. I don't think so. And then, see what these last two picks are for the blue side of Mustard. Back screen. Malzahar Malzahar is the PMA LCS Special. Not sad. But it also kind of makes this mustard comp a little disjointed because you have Leona and Diana who want to go in, Jinx and Malzahar who want to stay back. So I guess it's the front line and back line. And you have there it is, Scion. Okay, I take it back. It's not as disjointed comp. You've got front line. It's somewhat of a front to back comp with some engage heavy stuff, but a lot of that engage is countered by Cassiopeia and the Morgana Black Shield. The only thing that eats through that Black Shield is going to be the Diana and the Malzahar. And we'll see what this final pick is here. And it is a Kayle. So that is going to be Kayle versus Scion in the top lane. So you've got that late game insurance on the side of disable all chat. You have the Kayle to try to match the scaling of the Jinx, the scaling of the Scion. Scion just wants to sit there and stack his W. And I mean, I don't know. Do you run Heartsteel now? I don't know Shin. I mean, I don't know Scion build, to be honest with you. And disable all chat do have a pretty good just front to back comp. They're not engage heavy, but they can be reactive with the. You can get a catch from the Morgana Q. You can get a catch from Shin Sejuani. Oh, what is?
Hello.
Hello.
Like a co-caster.
Hello, you're on the air.
Let's go.
Anyway, Bacon, what do you think about these two comps? And I guess I have to stream League of Legends at you, don't I?
If you can, that would be great. If not, I do have this pulled up on the stream as well.
Actually, I
just pulled it up.
I can do you one better. I can actually just give you a full. I can just actually let's see, windowed projector preview. Oh wait, no. Full screen projector program. Window projector program. Make that maximized, and you will see the stream, but just early, as everyone in chat hears that as well. But anyway. No, not open soundboard. Share your screen. Windowed projection. I'm giving it to you at 720p, 30 FPS. Suck my nuts.
That's fine. It'll be a-okay.
All right. Looks like the teams are getting into actual Champ Select, not Champ Select virtually.
Okay, so just as a rundown, I'm assuming it's Maya jungle, Patty mid, Toby top, Skiz Tambo bot lane. Is that correct?
Yes, Team
Mustard.
Mustard is Toby in the top lane, Maya in the jungle, Patty mid lane, Skiz 80 carry, and Tambo in the support role. Team 2, Oddvok. And they hit start before I could keep going. Oddvok, and they put Kyle back in the jungle, which he said he retired from.
That's where he needs to be.
Anyway, Kyle back into the jungle, and then Eggboy mid lane. Let me pull up the rest of my text thingy here, and I can tell you.
And then probably Corn AD.
Corn AD carry, and Hado as Supporto.
Okay. Yeah, that bot lane 2v2.
Oh, I was
insane on both sides. Like, that is such a good 2v2. Holy cow. Yeah, that's tough to say. I don't really trust a lot of the PMA LCS guys to play Ezreal well, but there's a caveat unless your name is Adrian, which is for people that don't know. He's good on like his hands are golden. It's insane.
Oh, hold on. I turned you up on the stream because you're very quiet right now. There we go.
Oops.
Well, no, I had the music turned down, so anyway.
But when I look at the scaling here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got the scaling from the Jinx on Team Mustard, and then we got the scaling of the Kayle on Disable All Chat. And when I'm looking at...
All right. They're just...
my headset died. Sorry, hang on. There we go. But when I'm looking at who's piloting who, you know, we've got Artie on the Kayle... Or sorry, we've got Skiz on the Jinx and
Corn on the Ezreal.
yeah, Artie on the Kale. So I'm looking at
Yeah.
scaling here. And I think I trust Skiz on the Jinx. So if it goes late game, I think I'm giving it to Mustard. They have a lot of combo. They've got a good front line for Jinx to stand behind and get the resets.
Yeah. The thing that
Meanwhile, there's a lot of hands on disable all chat, which I am not very fond of.
I will say this though, there is one thing that completely scuffs Diana and Leona on the side of disable all chat, and that is the Cassiopeia and her "you don't get to use flash anymore" button. So they have a lot of counter engage on the side of disable all chat. I think if I'm on DAC, I'm letting Mustard pull the trigger, disengaging the fight, and then re-engaging, because they have a lot more of the re-engagement tools, because if they can dodge the Diana QE, they dodge the Leona E or R, they make Scion use his ult defensively and run away yelling cowards, how a Scion does. I think they can use that to re-engage, but they do also have to survive to late game so that Kayle gets online. But you also have a stacking Scion with his W, I believe. He stacks health through that. And then, of course, I don't know the Scion build right now, but I feel like Heartsteel is a Scion item.
Yeah, he's tanky. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's tough because, really, your DPS really is coming from the Kayle Cassiopeia side. Yes,
Yeah.
Ezreal has DPS and it's Corn on Ezreal. I understand, but I think I would like their comp a lot better if they had a true AD carry rather than
Kai'Sa. I feel like Kai'Sa would have really fit that comp.
Yeah, really any actual auto attacking champion I think would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little weird in terms of sieging until Kayle gets online. So that's something to watch for sure. So I anticipate Mustard, if I'm on the blue side, I think what I want to do is either prioritize a side lane in general, whether that be top and shut down the Kayle, or go bot and get your Jinx ahead, right? I don't think there's a wrong answer in that regard at all. And then looking at disable all chat, you got to make the hard choice now. Do you enable the Ezreal and the Morgana and gank that lane, or do you babysit the Kayle, right?
Yeah.
And I think if you babysit the Kayle, you're putting yourself in a really awkward position, because Maya's on one of his best champions.
I was wrong. I thought Kyle had gotten drunk and gave me the wrong order. Correction, that is Corn on Cassiopeia and Eggboy on Ezreal. Eggboy, Hado in the bot lane.
That changes things. Yeah, I think I'm going as much. It's tough, but I'm leaning towards Team Mustard on this one.
Yeah, what's going
on
to show
both sides.
Yeah, what it's going to decide this series, in my opinion, is going to be the first. Not series, but this game will be the first, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes, to be honest with you. All right, we are getting into game. Give me just a moment to get things set up here. Let me zoom out.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I know it's spicy, but ideally, if I'm the side of disable all chat, I think the best play, hands down, would be stack early drinks to be able to allow you to get through the mid game and get the Kayle online.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have my bot lane slow pushing as much as possible, and then dive and kill the Jinx on repeat and let her miss out on waves and waves and waves.
All right, we are now in game. There we go. It is capturing.
Yeah.
We will go zoom, zoom, zoom.
But I think anytime Drake's up, you should be forcing a fight bot lane and just get this Jinx behind, in my opinion. Yes, getting the Kayle shutdown's nice, but you're getting a Scion ahead. Cool.
Well, looks like the side of DAC are fisting. But we've got a triple stack over here in this dry bush in bot lane. Quadra stack. But we're getting a just normal 5-stack from the side of DAC.
Yeah, good call. I mean, you got a Scion, you got a Leona, you got a great like, hey, walk into us comp.
Mm-hmm.
I like the stack here. It's a good call.
Yep.
Especially with Morgana, a lot of people want to be too ballsy.
Yep.
So I like the choice.
Well, it looks like Team DAC are going for that early vision onto the.
Ooh.
Oh, they dropped. Okay, they dropped the vision. I was like, are they just gonna walk in and walk out without putting the vision down? But all right.
A little excessive on the wards. You could easily just put the one by the Raptor pit a little closer up towards the bush, and you'll see any pathing there.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Oh, okay. Figuring out how to use middle mouse. Oh, Hado gave a slight leash. That's actually... Wait. We've got a lane swap, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, spicy.
Well, this person gets no farm.
No, yeah, no, this is wonderful. Yeah, like that's such a good call. And Scion can just chill bot lane. Like this is such a good call.
What Skiz and Tambo have to do, though, is they have to keep the blue side wave from getting to the tower. They cannot let that crash. And they want to zone Aardvark away from the XP, which is what the Leona pick is going to do.
Yeah.
But
I think letting this one crash is
yeah.
not bad, because the next waves you can slow push and the Sejuani can dive after her clear.
Yeah. And they're just looking to get some poke on the tower. Skiz using the Q range on Jinx to great effect. Yeah.
Yeah, people are used to Skiz in the jungle, but Skiz AD is nothing to scoff at. Like, it is very solid.
I didn't know he carried the A's to the D's. Nuts.
Lots of D's.
These nuts. Yeah.
Good pun, good pun.
Thank you. Also, if you don't mind monitoring the chat more, because I've got a full screen window of stuff and other stuff. Yeah. Aardvark is getting... and Skiz
Lippy says 80 Scion or bust. Yes. That's the only thing in chat. Not a lot.
Yeah, and using the Jinx, that being said, though, Kayle is still getting XP. She's still in XP range, but it does look like they are going to use...
Well, I like this dive angle. I like this dive angle.
Sejuani can't dive the Kayle.
Why not?
Because that's...
Oh, wait, I'm dumb. I don't listen to me. You're right.
Yeah. And Shogun really can't contest this because he shows up top. That doesn't help Artie at all. It actually doesn't. Like I said, though, the key here, though, is they have to keep the Kayle out of XP range, which they're poking her down very well, actually, I might add. Like, that is... Your Kayle right now, you don't feel like a person. Look at that. It's almost... They're almost at the point where Leona's running Ignite. Artie has to reset here. And Skiz knows that, so he's going to crash this wave. He almost stopped the recall.
Close.
Well, let's take a look down here. We got Scion teleporting back bot as the wave is crashing. So Scion doesn't lose any farm here. Meanwhile, Artie's lost 2 minions there on that. Oh, wait, I forgot the teleport is slower. Toby did probably lose at least a minion or 2. Anyway, we just got Patty being pushed out of mid, and the recall is interrupted. Korn's going to go for another interrupt, and Patty flinches. Cass is not level 6 there. I don't think you had to stop your recall. She would have taken 2 or 3 tower shots just getting damage on you. But they're opting to move the Leona to the bot lane and have basically farming Scion with support Leona. It's very interesting because that means Eggboy is going to get to poke the ever-living crap out of this lane. And Toby takes a binding to the face. Not sure Hado needed to...
Yeah, unless you're rotating to Drake, I really don't see the point of it because you're sapping from your solo laner and you're leaving Jinx vulnerable. And we see Sejuani pathing topside here.
Yeah, like this is This is not
This
a
is
safe
weird.
place. This is not a safe place for Jinx to be.
Yeah, usually you kill the lane swap like after grubs, like you rotate and you pressure until grubs, and then you swap back and start prio and Jinx.
Especially because Kale is within a wave of level 6. I think she gets it on probably once the melee minions die in the next wave. Jinx is not. So you get an XP lead here on Artie. I think if I'm Artie, I am getting level 6. We have something going on in bot lane here. Eggboy having to use that barrier when Toby backing away. Tamo's still going ham onto Eggboy. But this looks like a botched engage, to be honest with you. Otto's dropped his ignite. Tamo dropped his ignite. And Skiz? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong person here. Tambo did.
We gotta fight up the grubs.
And here's the grub fight. But it's a 3v3. Ult goes down from the Malzahar, and that should be a dead corn. First blood going over to the Jinx. So that's a double kill for Jinx? No, Maie killed Sejuani. And Mustard got all 3 grubs there. That is disastrous. You gave the first blood over to Jinx.
That's why you don't lane swap the Leona before grubs.
Blue side did that. Blue side got the 3 grubs.
Oh, dude, I'm all over the place, man. I came straight from work right into this, so I apologize. My brain is obviously mashed potatoes.
I mean, that's about normal.
It's true.
But
usually
now,
pudding.
But now, again, we have this XP discrepancy between Artie and Jinx. Okay, now it's the same, but still, Hale is now a champion. But item-wise, Jinx does have an advantage. She's got, looks like she's running, what's that new item? Artie didn't ult?
Ult?
Ult? Question mark? Artie?
That was, like, he had that.
Oh,
What?
his ult was down.
Oh, you must have ulted in the fight and
He
then we
ulted-
missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really good play by Skiz then, taking advantage of that.
Oh, that was a big misplay from Artie because I'm sorry, you don't have your ult on Kale. You're level 6. You're down. You have an item disadvantage. You don't win that fight without your ult. You have your ult, you win that fight all day. But we got some pings going down by the Dragon, which was picked up by Blue side. Maie does go down here to Hado. You'd want that on a different person. Tamo is going to go down to. You probably wanted that on the Cassiopeia, but either way, 2 kills going over to the side of Disable All Chat, which we actually haven't seen a lot of all chatting at all in this game. Maybe they did.
Thank God.
And I don't know. Is this a dive angle for Hado and Eggboy? If they get a bit more poke onto Toby here? No. Not with Tambo here.
Yeah.
Mid laners, we're getting a bit of a CS discrepancy here between Corn and Patty. That sounds like a restaurant, not restaurant name, but like a restaurant dish, a corn patty. It sounds tasty. Anyway. We've got Diana up here, spotted out by this pink ward, though. So that engagement is going on. They're still opting to keep the Jinx up there, who is actually behind in farm against Ezreal. It's 4 minions. 5 minions. 4. But still. We don't have a real appreciable gold lead in either direction. This game is actually a bit more even than I really expected.
Yep. And I will say, while Ezreal has the small lead there, the XP lead is definitely to Jinx. She's like halfway through level 8 already.
Yeah, she's solo laning. So that's, gosh, I think each level up is about... And the Arcane Barrage goes wide. Just got... And then Toby is going to use that teleport on cooldown.
And then he's going to get hit by a binding and blown up.
No.
Maybe? Nope. Oh, trash!
They were focusing on getting the tower plate here, which understandable. But we've got some action going up here on top lane. Is already in trouble. Ultimate coming down from Leona is going to go wide, but still get the slow off. There is the ult from Jinx. countered with the ult from Artie, and Artie is just going to say, all right, bro, I'm going to recall and teleport back up here. Or he may teleport mid since Korn is walking that direction. But despite Korn being there, Kyle hit the wave? I don't know.
You gotta
But,
feel important.
yeah, that does mean all 6 grubs going over to the side of Mustard.
Looks like they're most likely going to get the feet as well.
Yep, feet are very important. Let's see, does it show on that? No. Okay, thank you, game. I wanted to show the scoreboard.
They need to get first turret next. Is the next mission. So they should be grouping up to get this feat.
Yeah, oh, it looks like Hado going down to mid lane to Diana. Oh, no, sorry, to Egg Boy here. Wait.
That was Diana. Diana got it.
Sorry, Egg Boy killed Scion in the bot lane. This is a LPL match at this point. A directed camera hasn't turned itself on once, which I'm also kind of fine with. And Kale's heading back to top lane. If Kale were in a better position, I mean, that wave coming in, you'd want to fight that, but no ult. Jinx has... I'll tell you, you know, we gave him crap about moving Leona back in bot lane, but with 6 grubs, like, this is working out, because Artie cannot defend this tower.
It's honestly criminal that they've gotten 6 scrubs with this. Like,
yeah. Well, they timed the
you know,
dive. They timed the dive on Artie very well earlier, and then that's first tower, and that should give them that. But here is a fight brewing, but it's a 3v2, and Artie is likely going down here first, and they're just going to clean up Kyle as he flashes away, and there's the Q. All right, they're going to stop here. But you have a Jinx. There's another tower to hit with 6 grubs.
Oh, you're renting. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Yeah, he has no business holding this tower. That tower is dead. He's lucky that Thanos E missed. But we've got some action in the mid lane. Looks like Toby might just go down to Korn here. He does not have ult available. Korn doesn't have the mana to continue that.
Toby sidestepped the Q, so he wasn't able to get the
dot.
The dot for his E passive.
Well, fancy feat for Toby, but Toby, brother, you are at 20 HP. Why are you in lane?
Yeah. He's Scion. If he dies 10 times, it's okay.
Hado's walking up here because they have the numbers advantage here in bot lane.
Come on.
And sidestep from Patty. But here comes the Morgana ult into Ezra Arcane Barrage, and that is a dead Patty. He had a
shutdown?
He had a shutdown.
That's insane.
Teleport going mid here. It looks like they're setting up for the second dragon on the side, or for the second dragon of the game on the side of DAC.
You all starting this is so troll. Yes, you have numbers, but look at your Ezreal's HP bar. Like, what are we doing?
Look at Morgana's HP bar. There's a flash from Skiz forward. Morgana has to use her stopwatch. But you now have 5v4, but Maye going hard in the paint, gonna go down.
Beautiful.
There was some, unfortunately, no mustard on that beat. But we've got Sejuani about to go down. She was still a little too far into that fight. Dark Binding does connect, but overall the fight goes towards Mustard. But
good flash.
Mustard may be overcommitting to the chase here. Eggboy just gonna be content to kind of sit around, but blue team went ahead and secured their second drink of the game.
Oh my
Korn should die here. All 3 of them should die here, but they're not. And Korn is chasing them away. And this has resulted into about a 1k gold lead in the side of Mustard. But you also have to look at the gold value of having 2 dragons plus 6 grubs. And you have this. You have this with 6 grubs.
Yep.
That's right. I can use the buttons to do this. Aha. Let's look at Toby farming. All right. You got the...
You do have Kale about to hit level 11, which is the big spike. Should complete first item here shortly as well. So Kale will officially like be a champion.
Looks like we're about to get some action around the Herald pit, as Herald is spawning in 10 seconds. Maya getting chunked a little bit by the Ezreal. He doesn't have time to reset before Herald spawns, but that didn't stop Leona. So, and you've got your AD carry in the bot lane, so I don't know if they're deciding that they're not going to contest this Herald, or...
Korn doesn't have TP either.
Yeah, and Korn's on the opposite side of the map, and nobody on DAC have teleport right now. So, honestly, I think it's troll from Mustard not to be going for this. I mean, they're getting mid lane pushed in right now. Like, Skiz is chunking Hado to death, but also, for as much damage he did to Hado, he took from Egg Boy, which is the better trade for Red Side. But looks like Herald is going down to that. Sejuani's on the wrong side of the map for this, and that is the 5th straight objective going the side
Every
of
single
Mustard.
objective.
Hado getting hit by the Jinx ult. Flash is out. Leona ult
Great
doesn't
flash.
connect.
With all the name changes, I'm brain farting. Who is Hado? I know they're not a new player. I just don't know who it is. Somebody in chat, tell me who Hado is.
We see when a daddy Morgana and a mommy Morgana,
True.
and we have Scion between towers. Cambo saying, "Report my jungler." What has Maya done? But overall, as far as executing the game plan, Mustard has been almost flawless here. Toby, though, not in the greatest of positions, but already having to clear that wave or that tower fell. So, unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on Toby being in a terrible position because otherwise that tower goes down. But it's also the tier 1 bot tower, or the first bot tower, so I think maybe go harder on the Scion here, because like that tower doesn't matter right now, especially because Kale has tools to slow. Toby does not have Unstoppable Onslaught available. I think it's just a missed opportunity from Disable All Chat. And here, this mid tower is going to go down. Jinx just gets to left click, or right click on it, and Eggboy doesn't have the mana to clear the wave. And Hado doesn't have the HP to zone them off.
That's what I was worried about, is just like the pressure. I mean, look how many times they've been able to rotate to objectives because they've had lane prio, because they're able to siege, right? Like, that was my main concern coming into this, and I'm hoping they readapt game 2.
And see, and this tower falls anyway. So I think earlier they should have engaged onto Toby there. Force out a summer spell if he had one. He didn't have ult. Maybe they didn't know he didn't have ult.
Well, he used it at the Drake fight, so it was probably pretty close, I would imagine.
It was a little over half.
That's a really long cooldown then. Holy cow.
Yep. Let's see. At this level, it has a 95-second cooldown.
9.5.
Yep. We got... Not sure about... Well, okay, he's teleporting for Drake. We're getting a fight before this Drake spawns. The Leona ult goes wide, but Zenith Blade does land onto Shogun, who is chunked very low. Malzahar ulting on to Cassiopeia. Tambo is in the paint. Patty goes down to Cornstar. And we've got some more engagement going on. And that is going to be Toby going down to Morgana again. Skiz is going crazy here. Get excited. And goodbye. Oh, the W does not connect. Zap does not connect, but that is going to be your tier 2 mid tower going over to Disable All Chat. I mean, to Mustard.
Looks like Hado is TNT. That makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you. Who said that? That was Lippy. Thank you, Lippy.
All right. Wow, that wasn't just tier 2 mid. That was inhibitor tower mid. Plus dragon. it's been interesting. This hasn't been an explosive game, but what is this teleport? Are they're contesting this dragon? Half your team's not here. Shogun goes in and doesn't get the smite off, and he should die here. That's Diana ult being used. Already ulted. More. Yeah, that was
that was desperation.
That is a. Okay, Skids. I don't know about that ult, but anyway.
Yeah, straight into Otacon. They are literally getting every single objective, and it completely stems from two things. For one, having lane prio every stage of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And for two, as much as I thought it was troll, the lane swap for Leona to keep Sion alive, they did not punish that Jinx in a solo lane. Like,
No,
that's
they
crazy
didn't.
to me.
No. They
Like that those two choices single-handedly cost them this game because like DAC is not playing bad. It's just
they're not.
Besides that play right there, that play was pretty bad.
That was. Oh, we've got Corn maybe going down here in the bot lane. I don't know why he was out that far. Maybe he thought that Mustard was going to reset after that. Which I mean, realistically, yeah, you get a dragon and reset. That is the sort of like brain dead League of Legends play. Reset right after you get the objective. But
they went objective, tower.
Jinx having to back off here because of the pig lady. Eggboy coming down, but
Israel coming. Why didn't you go, Kyle? What?
Eggboy's also 1/3 HP. Exhaust coming through. What? Oh, Hado has exhaust.
Don't get this, Jinx. Okay, give it to Israel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Put it in the Azrael's pocket. Exhaust coming down from Hado. I was looking. I was like, Malzahar doesn't have exhaust.
Kyle?
Kyle sitting on the ward here, but Eggboy in a really bad spot. One more E from... Okay. That Corn has disconnected.
Oh, pause. Can you hit enter real quick? I was just reading the chat. My son's watching you crush my dreams, Maya. Does that make you feel good to embarrass a father in front of his son who only wants to be an LCS pro? Oh, that's funny. So
anyway.
maybe Corn DC like ahead of time, and that's no, because he went out from base. I was like, maybe that's why he died bot lane, but no, he's literally outside of tier 3 right now.
Yeah. It's probably walking him back.
Well, right now is a perfect time if you have access to run an ad.
I do. Run 1 minute ad break.
Oh, we'll be back. If you don't like ads, subscribe.
Too bad. I already clicked the button. So
well,
they probably didn't hear that.
It's okay. If you're subscribed, thank you. And welcome to watching us on a pause screen. And I think it's time for the first annual for this split, Bacon Bits.
They didn't. Oh, I got it. That's only subscribers heard that.
Yeah. Only subscribers get to hear the Bacon Bits. So some of you might like it. Some of you might feel punished for subscribing. So sucks to suck.
I'm no hero. I'm the Punisher. I had to. You said punished.
Yeah. You know what the best way to meet people is? Bacon. Get it? Because meat.
I'm just gonna sip my Modelo.
Oh, nice.
Aguas frescas. Pina.
What do you call a fake piece of bacon? Imposter.
Well, on the plus side, Skiz gets to stare at a slightly yellow-gray screen while he's dead during this pause.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Why is the healthy bacon happy?
Because I haven't stabbed it yet.
Because it was cured. These are so awful.
And the sad thing is, because of the pause, I can't move anything. Like I can't show a different screen. It is literally stuck in space. Small
It's
indie
okay.
small indie company.
Well, actually, this is a great time for me to take like away from all the jokes. If you all aren't familiar with 1898 Forward, they have gotten rid of the SCF, the Sinfonia Educational Foundation. And the 1898 Forward is a way for you to be able to donate either once, or you can do it every month, however you want to have it set up. But if you're unfamiliar with the state of our national organization, greatly in debt, under 50% enrollment across the board since COVID and all of the legal issues I'm sure most of you are aware. But to give you perspective, a lot of brothers since COVID have not, like, there's guys that are graduating that have not gotten even their pen or their book because Nationals has not been able to pay the back order bills. So they're hurting, long story short, and we're trying to make this split, just raise a ton of awareness around it, and really, really promote 1898. Costs you less than $20 a month and really, really helps out over time. The goal is to raise $1 million this year. And I think we're like 1% of the way. Like it's barely chugging along. So even if you don't donate, if you want to get the link, it's in our About Us section. If you click where it says the pin, and I will also put it in the chat. Even if you don't donate, if you want to share it on your socials for other brothers to potentially donate, it will make a huge difference. So please check out 1898 Forward.
A summoner has reconnected. I'm going to make this not full screen so that I can
do things.
things. Oh wait, this needs to be borderless. There we go. While we wait for the unpause, I'm just going to set it onto this screen. Even though Corn has reconnected, so it should be pretty soon. But
we get to look at the cool graphics.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying this game's over, but it's pretty close to being over. What adaptions would you like to see from DAC on blue side?
Don't lose in champ select.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely part of it, but I think they could have played it better. Just like taking a look at the map and having full advantage of you have a Jinx in a solo lane. Like shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing Sejuani and Kale. You've got a slow. You've got a stun. You've got a disrupt. Like take advantage of that. And that would have set you up for taking grubs. You could have at least had 3 to 6 grubs if you would have done it correctly. And I think really looking at the macro is step 1, and then have some type of actual auto attacker step 2. Like I think if you make those changes, you have a significantly better choice. Now, is there any priority picks that you want to take away?
Well, definitely wouldn't want to see Skiz on the Jinx again. All right, we're back into game.
Yeah, I think that would be a great adaptation. Is just taking the Jinx away, pick 1.
I agree.
Would be huge.
All right.
And I'm going to be just a second. I need to get some water.
How dare you?
I'm gonna let you solo cast for. Yeah. Can I get a hydration check in the chat? Can somebody do that real quick?
We're doing the fun pause, but after the pause, there we go.
Yeah.
And we're back. Go
Thankfully,
get your water.
It didn't bug. Yep, I am. I've got a wireless headset, so I can hear and talk a little bit, but I won't see anything.
It's like Tambo's got that auto attack cancellation down on the Leona. I'm sorry, the auto attack reset. Pushing in for vision to protect mid here, but Shogun taking some damage from Maya. Maya goes in. There goes the ult. That should be a dead Kyle. Tambo goes in. And Patty picks up that kill. They're not stopping. Ezreal gets hit by the Leona ult and the Tambo E, and that should be a scrambled egg, boy. Artie's ult did not help, and that is Inhibitor going the way of Mustard.
Oh, that's game. That's more than Inhib. That's game. You got Jinx resets. Yeah, this is over.
Yeah, we've got a reset from Korn. Ult coming in from Toby from downtown, runs into a tower, slaps it, walks away. Skiz still doing damage. Not sure about that ult, but
this game is over.
Yeah,
and I can already hear Kyle as soon as this game ends I'm not playing a tank. It's like, no, you just played the tank.
Well, we've got a great
brother.
ult from Kyle, from Korn coming through, but is it enough here? One member of Mustard is down to one member of DAC. Mustard has to reset here. They can't keep pushing this forward. But Kyle, brother, you're a little low. You don't have ult right now. But Korn on the flank with a teleport. Whiting out that, but then we get the Leona ult because Leona ult is on such a short cooldown. Kyle, what are you doing? Ezreal ease forward.
I like the aggressiveness. Now run from the passive.
Well, Toby got lost. Is Eggboy going to go down to minions? Patty kills him with minions! With his minions!
You gotta love Space Aids. So good.
Yeah.
Such a fun, interactive champion.
Oh. And teleport coming from Malza. I'm not sure about that teleport, but y'all are so far ahead that it doesn't quite matter. We've got two members of DAC down in the spot lane area. Patty's going to see Morgana coming, and then Leona isn't too far away. Now we've got ooh, it's going to be a 4v2 if they engage this. Korn's too far forward here. He's about to get just... Yeah. That's some cream corn. Otto going to get trapped up, and that's it. Meanwhile, Toby is Sioning the Nexus.
XL. Okay.
And going for his stacks, because, you know... Toby is going to die here. In the meantime, Jinx is picking up yet another tower. And there goes Toby.
So I didn't get a chance to see pick bans specifically. Was Viego banned?
No, it actually wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's a little weird. Another thing that could have been a good adaptation, just throwing it out there, is like getting rid of the Morgana, and you could still have a tank disengage like an Alistar or something similar, and then put Kyle on the carry Viego. It's a way to answer the resets, gives you a little bit more mobility around fights. Kyle likes to come in and clean up. So the Sejuani is a very different style of play that Shogun is used to. Shogun likes to come in fights late and clean it up, and Sejuani is typically the one that needs to start it, but then back up to actually peel for his carries. And it's not really a style that Shogun is used to. So that could have been another potential change in the draft. And I hate harping on draft because like you can draft 5 Yumis and win the game if you play it right. I'm a firm believer that champ select is not the end all be all. But I do think those are some of the adaptations that they can make. But my thought philosophically is, what can you punish and how do you punish it? Because there were a lot of times where my Team Mustard made some questionable decisions, and it absolutely paid off in their favor to snowball them. Like, it's kind of crazy, and I keep bringing up the solo Jinx, but I just don't understand the decision to not prioritize that.
Yeah, especially, like, you have people that can shut down the Jinx. You have a Sejuani. You have a Cassiopeia.
Yeah, there's so many options.
Yeah. So I think it's just a tale of missed opportunity on the side of the Sable All Chat. They didn't play badly, but their comp hurt them. Not having an auto attacker really hurt them, and that is probably because Aggie is a mid laner more than he is an AD carry.
Like, imagine if that's a Sivir.
Yeah, you
can actually get on their team. You have more disengage. You have a ton of wave clear, like a Sivir pick there. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
And a spell shield to stay alive.
Yep.
Like, the other thing that could have happened too, just throwing this out there, with the lane swap, we could have seen more of a roaming support style that game. I mean, Morgana roams well.
Yeah, like
and we didn't see that at all either.
Imagine the Morgana roams top with the Jinx against the Jinx.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then you set perfectly up for the
Morgana and Cass just walk up walk up jungle and go kill the Jinx, and just GG's. Like that Jinx should not have been allowed to free farm, and I mean, like, that's just on. That's on Team Disable All Chat to.
I think that's the most concerning thing, and like you said, it's all about opportunities. And there were plenty of opportunities that they could have taken. Again, they didn't play bad. I'm not up here roasting them by any means. Like, they still played very well. Especially, we never freaking see the lane swaps. Like, I think it's the first lane swap that we've seen in PMA LCS in like 4 splits or more.
Yeah, it's like it's you got
really
to
threw him
put
through a
it
loop.
well, and it's just like you've got to put it in the same state of mind of like when you see a Vayne in top lane. Do you let her sit there and farm? No, you punish the shit out of the solo lane. Sorry, you punish the crap. I said bad words. Out of the solo lane Jinx. It didn't help.
We're rated for adult viewership anyway, so it's okay.
Yep.
You could say shit. Yeah. So, but yeah, I agree 100%. But I'm interested to see how they do change it up in draft. I would like to see a more tanky. I think it fits their comp so much better to get Kyle on a carry, at least starting out in the league. Like, he'll adapt really well, and I'm sure if he pulls Sejuani out later in the season, he's going to perform way better on it because he's going to put the time in on it. But starting out, you got to get somebody on, comfort picks at times.
Yeah,
and that was not a comfort pick.
I'll be honest, it just also felt like Kyle didn't have a game plan as a jungler.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
I could see that. I will say though, but Mustard did a really good job of like constantly changing their game plan. And again, like, people in the PMA LCS are not used to that style of gameplay. Like, they executed very well. They kept them on their toes. Like, what lanes are they going to be in? Like, really, the only misplay that I saw in terms of like where they were on the map is whenever they had Jinx in the bot lane and they're fighting over Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing I can think of that they didn't play incredibly well.
Yeah, but they still got the Rift Herald in.
Yeah, and they still got it and won the fight.
Like, there was not an objective in this game that Disable All Chat picked up.
Yeah. And there was no all chatting. Where's their mojo?
Yeah.
I think I saw Team Mustard all chatting more. Like, we got an entire story from Tambo. So. Oh my goodness. You can do a third if you want, but it is unofficial. We are not doing a best of 7 though. Hey, boy, you're crazy. You're crazy, man. We climbed in some viewership. We're up to 20. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yes, welcome. This is my co-caster, Bacon Rap. He's slightly crusty. And I am the Sword of Destiny.
Slightly sorty.
Yeah, slightly sorty. Slightly edgy. There we go. That's why I'm using some Aguas Frescas Modelo to get the edge off. Take the edge off.
So I'm sure you've probably seen it because I know that you are a connoisseur of the anime world. But I just started watching. Have you heard of Angels of Death?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty decent so far. I saw it on a reel as like underrated or slept on animes, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'm 3 episodes in. Pretty solid so far. It's interesting.
What service is on?
It is on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
Hey, just check it out.
Yeah, I've been catching up on Let This Grieving Soul Retire.
How was that?
Pretty good. It's if you haven't heard about it.
Nope. First time.
The whole world is, I mean, it's one of those like adventuring is everything worlds. People have levels, but it's not an isekai. But the main character helped form the greatest party that ever existed while he was a child, and they became the best altogether. And unfortunately, he is the weakest person ever. And he ends up running their clan too. and he just wants to retire, but he keeps having to fix everything. Like he has to. He wants to retire. He just doesn't want to do anything, but he's forced to just keep doing everything. And everyone misunderstands what he does as some like grand plan that nobody can figure out. And it's just chef's kiss. It's great. Why is this not showing a new spectator? Oh, they gave me the wrong spectate link. Okay. They gave the old spectate link.
Rip.
Yep. Now, go ahead and take us into the screen.
I'm going to write that down. What's the name of that again, by the way?
Let This Grieving Soul Retire. Now, there is no dub for this show, but the ending song just is hilarious. It's a song about getting ice cream, and there's just one vocalist screaming in the background on beat. It's really funny. But it's definitely one of those that knows how to use its comedy. But then again, though, the best anime of last season was, of course, Dan Da Dan. And I need to finish that.
I still have not seen it, but I've heard really good things.
It's so good. There's a character in the show that is voiced by the voice actress who did Rita Repulsa.
Cool.
Yeah. Now, funny thing, it's actually a Crunchyroll production dub-wise, but it's also on Netflix. By contract, I cannot tell you anything else because I have a what's the word? I can't say bad things publicly about Crunchyroll by contract.
Noted.
Yeah. But there is an article you can read about that whole fiasco. Disparagement, that's the word. And we are into Champ Select. I wasn't even paying attention.
I wasn't either.
Disable all chat, of course. The Toby ban. They just banned Toby. But, that's Singed Amumu going over. And bans are basically the same so far. Singed Amumu and Aurora Ivern. There's the Mordekaiser.
Is that against...
I
don't know anyone on their team as a Mordekaiser player.
Does Toby play Mord?
Not
Karma
really.
Ban? That's against No, that's against Hado. First pick, Ari. Patty going, hey, let's hands. I played... not Patty, I'm sorry. That's Korn saying, hey, let's hands. While Patty says, nah, I'll hit R. They're doing the all chat in Champ Select instead of that. Anyway, here is Zaya for the side of Mustard. Wonder if they're going to have Jacob plays a lot of Zaya's husband. My brain just went blank. Rakan. So I can see them doing that. And here is the Viego. We'll see how much Kyle feeds this time.
I think you pick a tanky support.
I think so too. Because right now, it's very much a go-in comp. And you need something to just stand in front of your AD carry and let them right-click. Or we're sending the Corki over to either Egg Boy or Korn. And and both players play the champion, so it could theoretically go to either. Corki is more popular as an AD carry right now, I believe. I'm a couple weeks out of practice. So let's see what this final first round pick is going to be. That is the
danger. That is the danger of disable all chat, though. That is something that they could experiment and take advantage of. Like their players are solid in virtually every role.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Shogun plays a little ADC.
That's a stretch. We've got
So
the Morgana ban coming through from Mustard. They don't want to see that coming through. Lilia ban. Okay, I was wrong. Lilia was in the first round of bans last time. They alternated. The Mordekaiser was in the second round. Shin, not surprising. Shin is a menace. Has been for several seasons. Corn's a little salty right now. And the Diana
I
ban.
like the Diana ban.
I do too. Maya was very good on that. Diana does well into Viego if memory serves. I could be talking out my rear, but anyway, we'll see.
Well, Maya's Diana goes good into almost anything. So
Yeah.
outside of like a Galio.
Yarvin!
I
Maya
don't like
is
it.
going in.
I was thinking about it in my head. I was like, what other champions would Maya pull out here? And J4 was first to come to mind. But I looked at the rest of the comp and I was like, I don't think they get baited into that though. Like Maya has a very large champ pool. But nope, I am proven wrong. I don't really like the pick for team comp. Like he wants to go forward.
And Zaya is really good at just setting up the field. It could be that they use the Jarvan to just hold one person in place. You drop the Jarvan ult into the Malzahar ult. I like the Maokai pick because it lets you match the setting up the field with the saplings. It's a really, and I think that's a really solid support to go with the Corki. And so that is going to be Corki's support. And we've got the Yaks in top lane. Let's see what this
Let's see how they respond.
Yeah, this is a last round top lane pick for the side of Mustard.
So what does Toby pull out?
Well, not quite sure.
Oh baby! Now I like this comp.
The
Woo!
Malphite, yeah, that's a...
Yeah, this is solid.
We've got a press R comp going on here.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
Holy cow.
let's see if they've still got some mustard on that beat. Or if it's been disabled like all chat.
Ooh. I will say though, if I am Kyle, I am camping mid.
Yeah.
Like I think Korn is the answer in this game. He's on a strong champion that he plays very well. He's gonna have lane prio. Like I think you all early need to take full advantage of that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I said that Corki could be mid or bot there when Ari had already been picked, but anyway.
Yeah, but I thought you meant the swap between Eggy and Korn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this could have been like Eggy on Ari and Korn on Corki and Corki be bot. Like that there's definitely a world where that could have been what was happening.
And right now we are waiting for Jake to finish using the restroom. Brought to you by Kyle's Toilet for all your shittiest needs.
Did they confirm any shenanigans? Because I know when we do blind pick, we gotta say like if somebody's like who's playing what if you ask.
There's nothing like that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. The macro decisions that Mustard was making 92% of the time
were correct.
Were great. And the fact that they're able to focus on that by playing this comp, I mean, it's a very straightforward, like we're looking to just blow people up. We want to go forward. We want to go together. Just really good for taking somebody out of the fight or multiple people out of the fight between their wombos. So I think they're able to focus more on those types of
I think it
movements
glitches a
because
lot.
their champions aren't super intricate. And meanwhile, the gif of the guy like playing a game and he's like sweating really hard, like pressing all the buttons rapidly.
Yeah.
That's going to be corn on Ari. Like there's this super simple champions on the side of Mustard, and then you've got very sweaty champions like Ari and Viego.
Yes. The problem I see though is Ari has so many escapes. Corky's got an escape. They're gonna have a hard time.
Maokai helps.
Yeah, like they're gonna have a hard time locking Ari or Corky down, which will play into the Viego being able to go in, the Maokai to go in. Disable All Chat is a comp that just runs at your face. That they just run the face. You know, that's when you play Magic and you just go face. All you do, go face. Just go face.
I think Disable All Chat can also win from split pushing.
Yeah, it's strong with the Jacks, strong with the Corky. Even Ari has some tower sieging potential. But
and I think they have good disengage, so they could like bait the Maokai into TPing, bait the Malphite to come in TPing. You can like Maokai out and just like have the entire team leave the objective and give up like a first or second Drake and just let Jax get first turret or a ton of plates and get an advantage. Like there's definitely options that they could take advantage of the aggression, and it'll be fun to see how it pans out.
Yep, looks like both teams are R, and I've given that broadcast as R, waiting for Toby to hit the button.
Come on, Tobert.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say I think Mustard's going to have some creative play potential.
I agree.
With just how easy everything is. So.
All right, as we're going into this spectator delay, I'm going to grab my own hydration. And
you want to throw an ad up before we hop in?
Sure. Let me go over there.
If you don't like ads, subscribe.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, right now, if you subscribe, you will not get a notification because I don't have that set up yet because I had 5 minutes to get set up before the... Anyway. All right. I'm muting here. Bacon, you get the solo stream.
Cool. We got going on tonight, chat. How's everybody's days? Oh, I see that the score might be wrong. We will check that. We'll see Jack with some recommendations as well with Maidenless and apparently 100 GFs that really, 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 really love you. And apparently season 2 just started in its peak. And Eggboy says the show's the best trash I've ever watched, and I love it. Wait, score's right. It says mustard 1, DAC 0. Let's pull up the stream.
I return, and we are in loading screen.
Sweet.
Yeah, though the score was wrong for a second. Well, for a while.
Oh, you changed it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I fixed it.
Gotcha. So chat, what's your predictions? Actually, can we do a prediction?
I don't know the command.
I don't either. I need to learn how to do the Twitch.
Well, we are in game, and give me just a moment.
Let's just see in chat. Who do y'all think's got game 2? Do we think it's mustard, or do we think it is disable all chat? DAC's blue side, MUST is red side. Let's see it in the chat. Jack says show comps. You will see that in a second as soon as it transitions over to the game.
Yeah, I just have a bunch of buttons I have to press to start the game. So anyway.
Yeah, Jack was asking to show comps.
I know. I heard
Yeah.
And we are go.
Sweet. Also, I've got a question for the chat. Who made the transitions? Does anybody know this? BT Dub?
Wait, is this a trivia question, or you just generally don't know?
No, generally don't know.
Oh, just look in the shoutcasting channel and look at the pinned messages and go back.
Packer says he's going for Corn's team.
Looks like we've got an invite coming through from Mustard here. Already is in this banana bush. We'll see if he gets caught out. And hopefully I'm not too crunchy.
Oh, the suspense.
We have a double
See, one
invade.
person. Oh, he sees.
Now there's a chance that you say, well, nope, they're not going to do it. There was a chance they could have caught Skiz and Tamba going to lane if they'd stayed in that tri-bush. But do I see an actual... Oh, no, they're just... Okay. I thought they were about to leash, and I was like, leashing in 2025? In this economy?
Those don't need leashes. I love when I'm playing with like a Zyra or Brand jungle. They're like begging for a leash, and I'm like, "Are you serious?"
They don't need it either. Like,
No. Especially though, like they have
Yeah.
fast clears.
here we go. But relatively normal start outside of the double invade. Now to advantage
It's got-
going inside of this I almost said destroy all clients, but anyway. Unfortunately, they don't get to use it because Campbell and Skiz do appropriately back up away from that level 2 power spike, because the Corky WQ is not fun to deal with. But he had... Yeah, that's what he's got. He had... some Maokai's like to start with the E just for... They'll like go EQ, or EW. Just so you can throw that through the wave and poke with it. But
Yeah.
opted to that. Relatively uneventful so far. Already at half HP against Malphite. A level 3 recall coming through from Toby. And he should have time to walk it back and not have to use his teleport to get to lane. But he's going to teleport anyway. Like, this wave wasn't going to get here by the time he walked up there. I think he could have just walked. But Minions are a bit different in this season.
XP range change is kind of crazy too. It's so long now.
Patty's been pushed out of lane by Corn. I said Jinx. Shogun getting spotted out here by J4. J4 is going in. Flag and Drag comes through, but Flag and Drag is down. Charm comes through from Ari, and that may be first blood going over to Viego.
Oh, huge.
That is huge.
That's exactly what you wanted as this team. Like I had mentioned, get the push with Ari and make plays. Like that was perfect.
Kyle, all chat in 3, 2, oh.
Very well played.
Very done. Very well done. Not very done.
Very done.
We see Corn tail back to lane with his item advantage here. He's got a book and Dark Seal.
I don't think you go for this, bud. This is so greedy.
That is greedy. He is giving away the lead he just got. Okay. And gave away your flash. Like, you know you're dead there. You know you're dead there. I get taking the scuttle, but don't flash.
He passed directly through mid, took a bunch of poke, and got chunked down by Malzahar. Clearly, they saw, like...
Yeah, they saw his path.
Like, what?
That's just greediness. Unfortunately, that is something Kyle is prone to. Is a weakness of his as a player. They should not have gotten away with that recall in bot lane. Skiz and Tambo should not have been allowed to recall there. That's on Hado for not having any vision in these 3 bushes. Like, you have free vision. They cost you mana. Yeah. Maybe it was on cooldown. Yeah. I don't know.
I think he had just thrown one.
Wait. I thought... Oh, no. Corn... Viego got first blood. I was like, I thought Corn got first blood. But no. But yeah, no, Viego should have recalled after getting the kill there. He should have recalled, spent that money.
I think even if he just like walked back towards the turret and over it would have been a better move than just like, because if he would have been full health, like probably could have got out of that with his camouflage.
Yeah. This looks like it's going to be first set of grubbies going towards just disable all chat. Yeah. Meanwhile, Maya picks up the first dragon. It's a water dragon and a team that doesn't have as much sustain, so that is nice to have. I mean, Ocean Drake, not water dragon. But we got an engagement flash away from Patty. But Charmed up here. Is he going to go down? Corn low on mana. One more thing. Auto flashes away, gets the kill, and that is a dead Zahar.
Yeah. Really good play by Hado there. Hado.
Maya spotted out here on this Drake. I don't know if they get there in time. Kyle, if you had your flash here.
And instead, you die. Ugh.
You didn't have flash. You had no way of getting towards that Drake. Take the win of getting these. Just take this win. Don't greed. That is 2 kills you've given over to this team for no reason. And the second kill went over to Xayah. Arguably one of the people you don't want to kill going towards. We're just taking a recall here. Top lane wise, it's just a noodle fight. That's all it is. We see J4 pathing towards his blue side here. He's going to go ahead and take that scuttle and probably clear Gromp towards Gromp to Krugs. But Kyle was invading here? Question mark? No, he saw the
chickens weren't up.
Yep. And he doesn't know that they're up in 30 seconds, so. Plus, if you're, or less than 30 seconds. Plus, waiting that long is dangerous.
Agreed.
I will say I don't agree with throwing your E right there. Well, I guess it's okay because Malzahar wasn't pushed up enough. If Malzahar was pushed up to this area, they'd be like, oh, Kyle's on chickens. Skipping the, skipping Krugs.
Looking for a gank.
Yep. No, thought better of it. really his best gank angle is when Hado hits level 6.
Yep.
And Hado is almost there, within a wave. But Skiz and Tambo are both level 6.
Yeah, that Zaya R is going to be hard to get sticky on her.
Exactly. And Corrin poking Patty out of lane once again. I mean, arguably he didn't have to reset here. He was still high enough HP, but let's see, what did he buy? I guess he had the Lost Chapter or the Faded. He had one of these two, which is a decent recall here. Now Ari has to reset or push and then reset, most likely, from Corrin here. Or is he's going for a plate. Okay. And a little bit of poke on the Patty. Using the Q to get the spell shield off. Blue team has claimed the feat of warfare. Top lane, I missed a fight. That ended with no one dead. So, did we really miss a fight?
Scales killed Egg Boy solo.
Maybe I should turn on directed camera. I'm a bad observer.
No, I didn't catch it either. I just happened to see it flash up on screen. I was looking at the minimap at the moment.
Getting low here. Maya giving him some disengage. Ulting in, but that Malzahar... Oh, Malzahar... No, Viego goes down. Kyle goes down to a 2 HP Malphite. And here comes the cavalry.
Crazy.
The cavalry. There's no L before the V. It's after the V. It's after the VA. And that should be an easy grubs pickup for the side of Mustard, except we've got a 3v3 here. Albert going in on Patty. Patty has a flash away. One grub going the way of Maya, so now that's 3 to 1. Now Tobex is ready to join the fight. And we've got a 4v4 going on here. Tama going in. But Patty getting smacked around is going to go down to Jax. Hado really low too, has a flash away. Maya just diving in on that. Tambo in the back line. Tambo may go down here. They turn it around.
Resets.
And that's when the mustard bottle is empty.
Yeah, they could have just turned to fight that. They had numbers.
They did.
Before Viego showed up, that would have been fine. That's crazy they didn't turn.
Oh,
well, they did. They went away and then tried to come back in, and the Rakan jump over the wall ultimate was a little preemptive. They weren't quite around the corner to follow up, just had a flag and drag range.
Yeah. So I would say a lot of DAC's advantages here have been from misplays on the side of Mustard.
Yeah.
Half of Mustard's kills are just Kyle being greedy.
True.
This is a very greedy dragon. You just lost a fight. Tammo going to get caught up by... not Twisted Advance. Nature's Grasp? Whatever the hell that's called. They're disengaging here.
Oh.
Going in on to Shogun. He goes down despite a charm landing from Korn. Now they've got a numbers advantage and Skiz just free firing. They're opting to engage the dragon. Tambo taking a lot of poke from this dragon too. Charm goes wide. Hado's going in. Tambo getting really chunked down, but Hado's going to be the first to fall. Followed quickly by Tambo. Egg Boy running for his life, but Korn on the back line. Korn just taking down Maie. And that is a dragon going. Korn says, thanks for the leash, losers. As Skiz flashes to safety. Korn flashes after him. Is he picking up? He takes down Korn. Malzahar's ulting. Egg Boy gets a shield here. But is it enough? Patty is out of mana, and Korn picks up a double kill.
The hands! Oh!
And Malzahar. Meanwhile, Kyle farms chickens.
He had just spawned. I don't think he would have made it.
He didn't. He wouldn't have. I just thought it was funny. They're opting to send their bot lane back bot when... I mean, arguably, isn't it about the time you send bot lane mid?
I mean, potentially. There's really no objectives up,
Yeah.
so it's really not the end of the world. You don't need the mid, like them to be mid right at the second. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, but it also would put... I guess it would put more pressure on Patty if Patty's down there than it would be putting pressure on Ari if their bot lane is mid against Corn.
Yeah.
How did Mustard get back into this game? They're only down 1.3k gold.
Yeah, honestly, the 3 catchouts by Kyle were kind of devastating.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
they just wait for Kyle to misplay again? Like, I know that sounds mean, but is that the game plan? Wait for Kyle to misposition and punish it.
Yeah.
Wait for
I got that
Eggboy
first
to W
kill
forward.
was a little big for his britches.
Yep. I mean, we've all seen him get baited to go under a tower. Wet noodle fight continues. But Jack's actually here. Oh, we've got some pings going down towards this scuttle crab. Are we team fighting over a scuttle crab?
I like it. I like it.
But
Patty's alone. Like what?
yeah, like, but like.
Oh, here
what
comes
you-
Zaya.
Yep, Zaya's going in. That is a dead tree. Kyle's coming in. Corn's coming up behind him. Patty should be dead here. Corn gets Patty and Patty. Sorry, Shogun gets skizzed all over. Corn going back in, almost kills Tambo.
Oh,
I think
so close.
I think it's if Corn's W was up, Tambo was dead there. There's going to be a reset coming through from Tambo, and Corn is just going to be content to push this mid lane advantage and get some more damage in on this tower. Maya will have to answer the push.
He might be able to take it.
With five grubs here. Teleport from Patty will dissuade it, but yeah, if Skiz hadn't held that tower was gone. Reset's coming through for bot lane. Item wise, Skiz is just what, a half item ahead? He's got his boots finished while Corky doesn't. But Corky's working on his next item here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Skiz taking a tower shot, as is tradition. And they're going to do the Lover's Recall. Well, got some movement over here. Corn going in after Maya gets charmed up. Maya flag and drags away to safety, while Toby menaces a tree. Unless something crazy happens, this should be disable all chats. Herald.
Yeah.
Toby waiting on the wings here, maybe looking for a steal with his ult, but a little late on that. Hotto getting caught out here. Corn though gets his charm off onto Skiz, but he gets ulted by Rakan. Skiz going forward, and that is a dead Corn. Call him Chowder. Already picks up a kill on the backside. Oh, actually, sorry, Haldo gets that. But we get a shutdown going to Artie.
Yeah, 4-0 Jax.
That's scary.
That's scary.
And that was a roughly 300 gold shutdown if you include the kill money. So that is devastating. That is not good. But is Artie getting a little too greedy here?
Oh, yes,
But
he is.
Toby doesn't have R here, though. But here comes Demacia, saves the jump away. Counter-strike going to come through. I don't think that keeps him alive, but we've got a teleport coming through for Corn. Corn throws the charm, it misses. Toby still falls to RQ, and Maya has the flag and drag away to safety.
That was huge. What
That
a teleport by Korn.
That was a fantastic teleport. But
I was so lost in the sauce, I didn't even see it. I was like, is there a Shin? Like, because he just popped up.
Disable all check going in for this dragon, but getting caught out here. Mustard's gonna ult the Shogun, and Patty gets some 7 shotgun. But here comes Jax. Tambo should go down here. Running for his life. No, Flagon Drax saves him. Already desperately trying to get a piece of Rakan. But Zaya says, no, that's mine. Egg Boy on the
If
next
you don't have flash, you're dead.
He had flash. Unless it came up right as he died.
Yeah. And even if he did get the flash off, it would have been very hard to live there.
I don't know why we're using Maokai.
Trying.
I guess try to steal it, but
yeah. I mean, it seems wasteful, but at the same time, like it's going to be off cooldown by the time they need it next.
It's already almost a quarter of the way. Like,
yeah, I don't think it was a bad call there.
Yeah.
Now if they fight knowing it's down, they're trolling. like
I thought, I was afraid Korn was going to engage after that R, and I was just like, Korn, I know you're massively ahead of Patty, but in fact, let's look at the gold. X. So right now the Jax is about an item's worth, like 2 components worth of gold ahead of Malphite, which is actually surprising considering the 4-1.
Yeah.
But
and plus it's Malphite, like you just need to press R at the right time.
And despite the 7 deaths, oh, we got something going on over here. No, we're not. Just poking. Despite the 7 deaths, gold-wise, Maya's only got a 200 gold lead. The massive lead here, though, is in this bot lane 80 carry. You have 9,000. We got Tama going in. Doesn't get anything. But they clear the pink ward. Which, a couple years ago was cheer-worthy in the LCS. Anyway.
It's really, from what I'm seeing here, it's Ari versus Zaya.
Zaya, yep.
Right.
So that means it's kids.
Like, yes, Jax is 4-1, but like
his gold wise. Oh wait, no, I looked at this wrong.
That 2K gold lead.
Yeah, I looked at their current gold, and it was basically even.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's still Malphite.
Hado in against 3 people, has to blow his ult, is still going to go down. Here comes the Skiz ult, and that's a killing spree for Zaya. Maya getting a little bit low. Korn looking for more, going to dash in, nearly kills Maya. But they'll disengage, killing Hado, and that should let them put up some vision for the next one. But Korn too far forward, flash forward from Patty into the ult. Kyle going in late, getting ignited, and walking away.
Got a summoner spell.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what the intention was, but
yep.
We'll take it. And some serious disconnect there. He obviously was thinking Corki was turning.
Corki did not have the mana for that, though.
Yeah, no, agreed. Just think a lack of comms there, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. That'd make a lot of sense to me. Oh, oh, yeah, do it over here. Ooh, whoop. Herald expired and went bot, so they've got 2 people down here. Like, Jax having a Herald with 5 grubs is gonna be nice. And Hado here just to kind of ensure that Toby doesn't get to... Are they looking to fight him? Maya's coming down here. I don't think they're going to get anything else off of this. Maya's here to dissuade any kind of tower diving shenanigans. And that wave has been cleared. Maokai has a deceptive amount of wave clear with that E.
Yeah, I mean, Drake's... was it about to expire, maybe?
Oh, you're talking about Herald? Herald did expire.
Yeah.
That's why it spawned there.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, I just don't see the point of putting it there. But that makes total sense. Okay.
Looks like Otakon was attempted topside, or they got in a scuffle and accidentally aggroed it. Or purposely aggroed it. Giz indicating that he wants to siege this mid tower, but his team is not on the same wavelength. Spots Shogun out here and takes away, forces him to smite the big chicken. But we're still, what, 30 seconds away from Dragon, so it won't really do anything.
Yeah, I think his second smite just came up.
Tambo waiting in this bush. He doesn't know that he's at a numbers disadvantage. He's going to have to walk away. Malzahar is teleporting in. He's right next to Korn. Throws the Q to knock that out. Here comes the ultimate from Maokai. Goes wide.
Oh, jeez.
Skiz getting flash W. Has to blow the ult here, but Jax gets on the backline into a charm. And that is a dead Maokai. But we're getting some resets coming through from Viego here. And this is a scrap. Tambo taking some damage here, and that should be the death for Rakan. Going into Rakan, going to use the CC from that, and now is Xayah.
You might be able to flag drag out of this.
Yeah.
Corn's pretty fast.
Corn's fast. There goes the charm. Oh. That's a dead Maie.
That's a big shutty, too.
They're definitely a lot more evenly matched this game around. So I could see this going 1-1 here.
Say 2 champions with resets. It's crazy.
And meanwhile, Corki can just stay safe, shooting from the back line. And if you get too much on him, he just hits W and goes away. Looks like Mustard is looking for this Otakon. Otto spotting them in the jungle, but he got this ward down. So engaging the Otacon. I think they suspect it. They see Toby walking up over here. Toby's trying not to give it away. Artie's going to go in on Toby, but Toby's leading them right to Otacon. Not a big scuffle just yet. But here comes the Toby ult, and there's a lot of bouncing, and that's a dead tree. Artie goes down. Tamo's really low. This looks like it might be a one fight for red side. But here come the resets. And just like you said, Kyle's just cleaning up the space. Tambo, what are you doing? I guess he was burning to death. Not Tambo, Korn. And that's
on your
just
targets, people.
Yep. Aggie having a low barrier
your
here.
targets.
And that actually they're gonna Maie picks up Eggboy at the end. The end of this fight is Maie versus Shogun, and I mean Maie might get away from this. He has to smite him. There goes the W. Black and Drag should be up soon. Yeah, he gets to disengage that. Let's look at the gold. Kyle is ahead now. The biggest advantage that blue side or red side has right now is just Xayah.
So yeah, Toby's catching up though. He's only like 1.4k now.
Yeah.
Instead of over 2k, so he's making some moves.
Yeah. And it does look like he is not opting to go Heartsteel on this Malphite.
I think it's a good call. I mean, you're so far out of laning phase, and Jax was ahead when you would have bought it to get the early stacks. Like, I think it's a good call just not doing it when you're behind.
In your Malphite, you don't want to scrap with Jax. So.
Yep.
Korn in a not so great position. Gets the charm off. Skiz walks forward. Eggboy's there to get Korn out, though.
Posturing over Baron here. Looking for the engage, but as you said, Corki just presses W and gets away pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. And despite all that, the gold lead is only 2k in favor of Disable All Chat right now.
Yeah, and Zaya's getting close to 3 items. 3 items Zaya is scary.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Corky
Very,
has completed
very
2.
scary. Do you think he's going Hurricane next, or do you think he's going Phantom? No, neither. He's going Navori, and he just finished it. Skiz with 3 items. 4 items.
4 items. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Corky has 2.
Miscounting. Yeah, holy cow.
And he fell into the trap.
Didn't it just get nerfed?
That's what I'm saying, is he fell into the trap of finishing, of buying the upgraded boots. You don't need to if you get the thing. You just use that as your capstone for the entire build. It's super gold inefficient. As far as it delays your next item spike so badly. Not that not the stats you get from it are bad, but what does 40 armor and 50 move speed give Corky over?
Yeah, well, it was 60, and they've nerfed it down to 50 this past patch.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it goes from 30 to 60, right? Now it's 30 to 50.
25 to 40. Maya taken out though. Like these fights don't make it look like these teams are as close as they are. Hado, but a bit further forward than I would want him to be. He's waiting around the corner. I guess he's just no. He doesn't have ult. He's gonna WN. He's gonna immediately die though. But
they should still win this fight, I think.
Yeah, and Tambo goes down.
Zaya ult's crazy though.
Yeah.
Or Rakan ult was.
Yep. And Corn is going to die to Cheese Wheel. Corn, oh, Cheese Wheel plus Comet. They're looking at Artie. Just saying no. Go for Baron here.
In team practice, they're definitely going to look back and say what happened here on this fight.
Like all the momentum went back towards Mustard here, and
yeah, they're in the lead.
Yep. And I think it was Kyle didn't have good positioning in that fight. Looking at the death timers, he and Corky got caught out and died first for their team.
Well, I think it was didn't Korn go in and then Zaya ulted, and it was just kind of like a whiff, and then the whole team followed up and died?
Yep. Well, what I'm saying is, like, because of that, the Tambo, there was nothing to stop Tambo from ulting the rest of the team.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I stand corrected. It was Hado was sitting around the corner, and then Ari acted on it, and then everybody followed.
And Hado had 2 HP when he went in.
Yeah, I know. He just insta-died.
Yeah.
He got 2 spells off and died.
Yeah, and it's like, if you want off that, sure, but, like, you guys, like, yeah, we're ahead, but not that ahead.
Yeah, again, just not on the same page. Like,
nope.
If they were looking for that turn, like, they should have been positioned further down the river towards Otto, and they weren't. They were on the Baron, and the only reason why Ari even got close is because it's Ari.
Yeah. Korn immediately ulted in. He RE'd, I want to say. Flash ult from Malzahar, and that is going to be a dead Ari.
Korn is going to be pissed at that.
Well,
that's such a stupid combo.
Well, it's also he had no business being that far forward.
Yeah. Jeez. I mean, honestly, like, I know this sounds troll, but do you just kick USS if you're Korn?
Maybe.
Like legitimately?
Wait, does it still? No, it was Malzahar. It was Mordekaiser ult that made it not work on.
Yeah. Yeah, but it still works on the suppression.
Yeah. And Mustard just charging down
everything.
Yeah. They're going to go after Eggboy here. Eggboy's going to get caught out despite Hado's ult here. And Hado and Shogun caught in a 2v4. 3v4. Jax is here. Skiz is a little too far forward, but he's still Zaya. And he has ult available. And meanwhile, Toby's bringing in this wave over here with Baroned up minions. It's not looking great for Disable All Chat.
Yeah, huge momentum swing. Down 5k now.
From one fight that was slightly misplayed. Well, the fights that Disable All Chat won were the fights where Kyle got to reset. He got to get in their backline. He got to clean up the fights. And unfortunately, that forced engage that Hado did really hurt them.
Might have cost him the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm looking at any, regardless of who's piloting it, any 16-4 Xayah that is completely 100% full build,
Yeah.
and then you throw it being Skiz of all people piloting it, like I don't see how you come back from that.
They should be able to get pretty much any tower they want right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baron is warned off, but
It doesn't even matter. They're so much stronger. They're looking for it, though. This is kind of crazy.
Toby getting low here. Has ult, so he could get away. But forward. Toby getting really low. That is a dead Hado. But, like I said, Kyle's getting to do some resets here. And going 2 for 2. That's not bad. That's what you want. Like, not what you want. You obviously want more.
Oh!
Charm lands, and that is a Skiz getting shut down.
Holy cow, what a miss. Why would you step up like that with no ult?
Yeah, that's...
Oh my god.
Misplay. That is... Oof. That looked like Kyle, minute 5.
That was crazy. Well played by Cornstar for immediately wrecking, like zero hesitation. As soon as he stepped up in front of that, just instant. Really well played by Cornstar for catching that mistake.
Yeah, and that's what a Disable All Chat has to do. Kyle was able to get in that fight and get resets off on the backside. While Korn was hitting some nice things. Skiz stepped up too far forward. And here comes a teleport from Toby. Kyle and, Shogun and Korn in the area. Toby says, fight me, bro. I've got a lot of armor. We should see a nice kerfluffle over this dragon.
It's so point for Mustard.
Yeah. But Mustard has the advantage of getting here first. But here comes Korn and an ult coming through from Hado. They're engaging in on Toby, who does have ult available. Charm goes wide because of the Maokai Q. They're looking to engage here. Already finds an entrance, but here comes Toby. Tamba throwing a great ult throughout their entire team. And Mustard picking up that dragon and probably cleaning up this fight. Skiz has already gotten 2.
Oh, is Toby gonna get Korn?
Toby kills Korn. Skiz gets 4. Put it on the page. Quadra kill for Skiz. And I got both in the frame. That should be game. We have teleport in from Patty. Clearing out these waves. Super Minion already in the base. Walked my Korn out of that last fight. Toby, Eggy very salty about Malzahar. Then why not ban it? And that is game 2 going the way of Mustard. That is a 2-0 for Mustard. And we'll go to the intermediate screen here. And I will update the scroll.
So I think we can confidently say, actually, no. There's a little bit of discussion. I'll leave it open for discussion about MVP. I think it might be as obvious as it seems, but the obvious one's Skiz. I mean, the guy pumped out tons of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And was killing everybody, and played incredibly well, outside of one time stepping up too far.
Yeah.
But I will say, as an argument to that, Tambo played out of his mind.
He
my
did.
Guy. Tambo played insane, dude. Some of those DAS in ultimates were so clutch. So I don't know. I think there's an argument for Tambo. You know, can I get an ADCs can't win in chat? Because we already know.
Well, why don't we interview that bot lane? Can we get Tambo and Skiz to the waiting room? I don't know what all they can see.
Yeah, I think they can see the waiting room.
Okay. I'm sure they can't see live though, right?
Don't think so.
Okay. So while we wait for those two to get in on here.
Well, they both just hopped out of the DAC chat, actually, and I don't see them anywhere in Discord. Oh, no, I see Skiz.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and hop down.
You could drag them up. Okay.
Hello,
I was
everybody.
going to say you could drag them up into the live channel.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I need to make it complicated for the streamer, though. Keep you on your toes.
So I guess my biggest question. Congrats on the 2-0, by the way.
Yeah.
Congrats on
you.
the 2-0.
Really well played.
Mm-hmm. Outside of the one step up there, Skiz. That was.
Yeah, Adrian sucks. It's all right. I didn't expect him to hit a charm.
It was instantaneous too. It's like he was waiting for it. It's crazy.
My question is, so what was the thought process around doing that that lane swap? Almost at episode 1, game 1.
Tambo, you want to take it?
Yeah, let me pull up the draft real quick, just because that
Jinx
last
there,
game
no?
kind of took a lot out of me. Yeah, but what did we play into?
We played into what was it?
Well, I guess what did we not choose to play into?
Ezreal Morgana.
Ezreal Morgana. Okay, so lane swaps, man. It's just kind of aids to deal with. I didn't want to play into Ezreal Morgana. Like, I'm just not going to get any kills on Leona there. So
Yeah.
we thought, why don't we just go up top and shut down the Kayle there?
Yeah, I figured that.
The kill behind is huge.
Or-
Yeah, that's what I
scaling.
thought
I
was
mean,
the
she-
biggest reason you did it, was to completely put the kill in the dirt, which.
Yeah, Kayle ended the game like level 14. I mean, at one point, like during the pause, I checked and she was like level 12, and Toby was level 14. So I mean, it worked.
Yeah, and I messaged Skiz this after game 1, and I was just like, why did they not punish solo lane Jinx? You have
I know, man.
Sejuani, Morgana, Cassiopeia. Why are you not punishing Jinx, who has no escapes?
Without saying
This
too
is
much,
just
I mean,
a
we have
goat,
practiced
man.
that. We've practiced it a lot, and we felt really confident going into the series that we could pull that out if needed. And I think they gave us like a perfect opportunity to show it.
They did. Like, we were questioning having Tambo go bot there, and because I'm like, Tambo goes bot, then this Jinx should just be dead repeatedly.
Right.
And
Right.
nothing. They didn't react to it. And I'm just like, am I crazy? Am I losing it?
Theoretically, yeah, but I mean, if Morgana goes up there, then I mean, we just dive the Ezreal on repeat with Leona Scion.
True.
I think about the
That's
first play
kinda
of that
where my
game,
mind's at with
where Cassiopeia tries the ult, and I just flash over the ult and get first blood on Adrian to set the tone for the whole series.
Yeah. Oh, and no. Was that first blood? I thought the first blood was the no. Yeah, because it was in the grub pit. I think the thing that really blew my mind was Artie's decision to engage you after that fight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
he had blown ult already, and I knew that.
Yeah, if he had ult there, you lost.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't fight him if he didn't have
exactly.
ult, or if he had ult, yeah.
Yeah, like let's say that fight happens, and he has ult, he wins. But you, like I said, you don't engage that because it's up. But he just didn't respect what Jinx could do, and I guess it's a top lane thing where you're not really counting on how much damage an 80 carry on the other side can do. Like, that you're gonna get poked down if there's a Vayne up there, but like, Jinx is a bit different. Like maybe if you're not used to fighting a Jinx, it's hard to know what her damage output is. Yeah, her ranges and her like damage output. And I was watching and I'm like, oh, he's doing the 2 auto with the minigun into the 1 auto with the rocket launcher, give that extra range and get that poke off, and like just seeing how much you were just making his life miserable under that tower. I I thought positioning wise, you guys were going to make the waves be closer towards your tower and kind of try to freeze it on that side, so that Artie has to be so overextended and Tambo can just stand in front of the wave and keep him off of it. I thought so. What I thought y'all were going to do early on, but then grubs
I think
happened.
because we got so many grubs, right?
Yeah, because the grubs
We
happened.
just pushed the tower down.
Yeah, and like y'all picked up every objective that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
So, like, it felt
So
it felt like they didn't know how to read your game plan.
Completely on the offense of the entire game.
I think that was kind of our
Yeah.
a little bit of our plan coming in, is that they weren't going to be able to react to that if we did whip it out.
Yeah.
So we were kind of relying on them not knowing how to lane swap a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something you haven't seen since, God, what, 2015? That was the last lane swap meta? Back when...
They're doing it in pro, but
Yeah. I mean, like, until now. Like,
oh yeah,
the last time lane swap was meta, OGN existed. The last
So
time
it's been a while.
OGN was still around. No, I'm saying last time as in it's between now and then, it's been 9 years.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
Yeah, I'm reacting to Scary as well.
I went on 2 hands. How many times I got flash ulted by mouse? Oh man.
Then don't be in.
So I gotta ask, coming into the season, like what's the dynamic of the team like? You know, how are things going internally?
Well, they don't have to deal with
Oh,
Kyle.
we're goofy, man.
Oh, we're goofy, yeah.
I mean,
Play
I
a lot.
don't have to play with Kyle, so that's nice.
We play a lot.
Yeah,
I think honestly, we got drafted the best bot lane in the league, and I'll stand by that. I think we'll beat any bot lane pretty easily.
y'all looked really solid. Y'all were pretty much on the same page the entire time.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that was
think
nice.
we've played games every day since the announcements went out. So me and Skizz are getting very intimately familiar.
Yeah, and what I do like about these lane swaps, though, is they're not as boring as old lane swaps were.
There's a lot of action, especially like once Leona goes down to Scion.
Yeah. Well, and also just like because there are objectives on that side of the map now. Early on.
Exactly.
So, because remember, old lane slots were just, oh, look, they're going to go knock down 2 towers at top lane. And that top lane, what was it? I think Rise was top at that time. Like, they were throwing Rise top lane. You know, it was just like, okay, cool. That's all right. But it's nice. You could definitely tell that Maye had a game plan in mind for his pathing, while Kyle just seemed to try to pick up the pieces, and then the one time he got ahead, he was like, I'm just gonna greed for this scuttle crab. Like,
Dude, Matt is so funny. Matt is hilarious.
What was the comms like there? Like, y'all see Kyle path across mid, and you're just like, piece of candy?
That's just like, this is illegal. This is illegal.
Yeah, like we were and we're like, wait, why is Kyle here? Why didn't you just, like, I'm sorry, if I'm playing Viego and I get that first blood, I'm resetting, especially because by that time you've done your first clear, right? You know, reset, spend your gold, get that advantage, and like, don't just yeet yourself to the enemy team on a platter. There were some very interesting engages, like the one where I think Korn gets exploded and Kyle just like goes, all right, I'm going in, gets ignited and walks away. And but I'd say I think the turning point for this game, and I don't know if y'all would agree with me on it, the biggest turning point in game two. Yeah, game 2.
Yeah, okay.
Was that engage over by Baron Pit by Hado when he is 2 HP. And Tambo gets a brain melting ult there. Because it was
some nasty ult on Rakan.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
You really did. Like, you got so much value out of that ult there, because the way DAC won fights was getting those resets onto Kyle, getting those resets onto Ari. And they got, Tambo saw, he saw a piece of candy from, Hado landing the W on you, Skiz, but it's like, but Skiz has R. Like, he can, I think you can still throw R while you're being W'd by Maokai, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like you get CC'd, you throw that R, you start backing away, even if you can't, once the CC ends, you start backing away. And that charm has no chance of hitting. Or if it does, you're far enough away that he can't follow up on it. And so Hado immediately dies, and then Tambo gets an amazing ult off, because I think you locked up 4 members of their team?
Oh yeah.
I think you locked up the...
And then
like
Toby
everyone,
kills him with a QML fight with Arcane
that was so
Comet.
funny.
It was.
I called it too. I was like, Toby kills him with Q. And then Arcane Comet.
We saw the Q go in, and I was like, wait, Comet! That shit was funny.
And then I will say, because I was zoomed out far enough away, your Quadra was in frame while we watched Toby run Corn down.
Perfect.
So it can be posted to the page if someone does that.
I'll do that.
Quadra.
And we did look down at one point, and you had 4 items while Eggboy was on 2 plus boots.
Yeah, dude. You should have heard me in fucking VC. I was like, man, I'm sitting on 4 items. Can we please just like fight them over and over again?
Yeah, well, you play around your strongest members. I guess the last question I have is about itemization in the AD carry role, because I am learning AD carry to hopefully play in Blue Water League this fall or some league this fall, because we already have a support in the top jungler. And with the changes this season, I was told that buying the upgraded boots after you get feats is actually a trap, and you should not do it. Right. And do you agree with that?
I think it's really based on like your base after your second item. So if you have a base that's like around 750 gold, and you can't really get like a pickaxe, or you can't get a coal hammer or anything that's like actually useful to your build,
yeah,
I would get the boots. But if I can base on 1300, I'm gonna buy that BF before I get the boots. Yeah. It's all about like how much gold you have when you base after that second item, right?
But the other question I have is, the boots he had were armor boots. He got 15 extra armor and 10 move speed.
Oh, what champion?
Corki.
Oh, no, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, no, that's a waste of gold. That's a waste of gold right there.
Yeah, he had the armor boots. Unless I was
I didn't even notice, dude.
I mean,
by the time he bought armor boots, I had LDR, so it's just...
yeah, he had armored advance, and like I guess
they nerf armor boots on the patch today too.
Yeah, they did nerf it. Yeah, I was talking about that. It went from 60 to 50.
Yeah, no, man, it's must have not read the patch notes. It's okay.
Yeah, and essentially it's like that game was so like, one of you would get a lead, and then you would self throw that lead away. Like you guys would just both teams would just be like, all right, we're in the lead, and I'm gonna put a stick in the bike. You know what I'm talking about, the meme where you put the stick in the wheel? Yeah.
I think we really just wanted to fight. Like that was a big thing in this game. This game too is like, everyone just wanted to fight. Like game 1 was like you're slow, methodical, kill the towers, get the objectives.
Yeah, like you guys,
like, let's just run at each other, man.
Yeah, like game 1, you guys were very, very methodical, and it was just really fun to see you guys use. It was fun watching you use the momentum. You were constantly just foot on the gas pedal, but not like foot on the gas pedal going 70 miles an hour versus game 2 where you're going 110.
Yeah.
So, I guess I don't have any other questions unless you do, Bacon.
Nope, I don't. I just want to say GG's very well played. Your team is going to be a force to reckon with this split. I had said that it was going to be you all and Corn's team in finals. So like this is the matchup I expected to be our finals in the upper league, is what I predicted on draft night. Yeah. So they got some work ahead of them. 2 incredibly talented teams, but y'all dismantled it. Like really, really well played, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing. What would you want to see from the Save All chat to get better from what y'all experienced with them tonight, outside of learning lane swaps?
I don't even think lane swaps is the biggest thing, but Tambo can talk about it.
Because like for me, it's reining in Kyle's aggressiveness, like reining in his greed. is
Yeah,
part
I
of
mean,
it.
I think Kyle just needs like a clear direction on what he's going to be doing in the jungle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't really notice any like
Pressure.
I don't want to say pressure. I mean, like
Yeah.
it wasn't like targeted pressure, if that makes sense. Like he
Yeah.
was applying pressure, but it was kind of everywhere. So like no one really felt like they were so
Yeah.
behind from jungle pressure that like they couldn't get into the game and be impactful.
Yeah. Patty says they need to ban mouths.
GG.
Uh,
That was
it's-
fun. That was the second. Okay, the second game was fun. The first game was like, bruh, stop. All right, the second game was fun. GG.
Yeah. Yeah, he had some really good play. He had some good plays in the second game. Got a bit greedy in a couple of spots, but like again, I think the thing that really threw the game in y'all's favor was that fight where Tambo just got that gnarly ult after Hado was just like, "Ooh, I can W W almost said Rakan, Zaya." So anyway, I guess we will go ahead and call it here and bid everyone adieu.
All right, thanks for streaming the game.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Really
much.
appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome. Fun game to stream.
Oh yeah. And